So basically I decided that I was going to combine two tags just because they were both 5-question tags and they both came out relatively at the same time. So I figured it'd be easy for me to just combine these both. So I'm going to be doing the ReRun Ransom tag 5 questions and the Otaku Mike tag 5 questions answers. So let's do ReRun first because he actually put his video up first. So each of these obviously have 5 questions. So let's... Hi Ella. Let's just get going. So the first one is, what influenced your style of contents? So I'm assuming, as you guys know, I'm not sure. I've actually been on YouTube for a while. Like, my contents has like fluctuated insanely, and do you want to go out, ma'am, or not? I don't know. Okay. So like, when I first like started my YouTube channel, I was like opening like random blind bags, and that's like all I did. And then I kind of like went from that to like Japanese kawaii type stuff, and it's just kind of like evolved for a while. The manga community is relatively new. I think it was... One second, guys. Cat out. Okay, let one cat in, let one cat out. This is just what we do. So, I think I joined the manga community in like April or May of 2018 timeframe. And that was actually because I was watching Gene Graves' videos, and there's Jake. And I thought that he was awesome, and I thought that it would be fun to start showing like my manga, because I'd been kind of collecting manga and showing them in like anime hauls, but I hadn't like had a video dedicated to manga. So I did that because of basically Gene Graves, and then Bizarre Individual like right behind him, because he was the one who was always commenting on all my videos. So that's kind of what brought me into it. The style, I don't necessarily think my style is necessarily like changed from like when I was originally making them to now. Where I film has changed, because I used to film in a different room, and then I'm now filming in this room, but that's about it. So there's that. What 2 anime or manga would you bring back, and why? So one that I like thought of off the bat was actually Black Torch, because this was one, I'm really enjoying this, and this was one that was brought out in Japan, and then they like canceled it, so there's only actually 5 volumes for this, and I feel like this, I don't see how it's going to wrap up in 5 volumes. I feel like it needs a lot more, and the story's really interesting, so I kind of wish that it hadn't gotten canceled so it could actually have like the full time it was due. So this is one that I would definitely wish that had not been canceled, so I kind of think that fits in there. And then the next one, okay, Bruce, just gonna sit there, that's fine. And the next one would actually be, I wish I'd pulled it out, but I didn't think to do that in advance. The manga Fake. Like, I love that manga. Like, I think it wrapped up nicely, but I really would like, I think it kind of like with Fruits Baskets, I kind of wish, I don't know necessarily that it needs a reboot, but I definitely wish it had like a continuation on to like what happened at the end of it, because I definitely would like more story of like D and Ryu together and everything. So that would be like awesome to me if they'd like do a continuation onto that, like I don't know, like 10 years later or whatever. So those are the 2. And then, what mangaka is the most influential to you, and why? So this one was a little hard because I've said it before, I don't really tend to focus on, I should, but I don't tend to focus on the creators. I just focus on the manga that I like, and then whoever happens to create them is whoever happens to create them. But like back when I like first got into manga and first got into yaoi, because yeah, this one was like one of my favorite creators, and like she basically like broke the mold for everything yaoi for me. So this would be Kazuna Kodaka? Gosh, I can't say their names. I love everything that she's ever done. Kazuna was definitely my favorite, and like after she did that one, like everything else that she did, I was like, I need to buy it all. Like, I need all of it. And she also did doujinshis of Prince of Tennis, and I loved those back in the day. So yeah, she's definitely like one of my favorite creators. And then number 4 was if you were a manga tuber in 2012 and you had 30k subs, would your content be different? I don't think so. Although I can't ever imagine me having 30k subs because I just can't. But no, I really wouldn't change what I'm doing. I mean, the only thing is obviously I would like to eventually like have a different setup with filming. Right now I'm just kind of stuck because this is like the only room that I have to film in the house, and it's a pretty small room, and obviously there's a bed, and you guys have seen the bookshelf, and it's kind of in an awkward place, and I couldn't even like film in front of it because it's like jerry-rigged against my bookshelf. So my bed and the bookshelf are like right there, so like I'd like more space to film. That would be nice. But other than that, I don't anticipate really changing anything, so you guys are always gonna have random cats in my videos. And then the next one is how you review your manga 5 years ago versus now. Well, definitely I didn't review manga back at 5 years ago. I don't really review manga that well now. I've noticed that I'm trying to be a little more thorough because of like the buddy reads of like how I review manga. Because I'm like really terrible about it, because you guys also know I'm like terrible about the names. So back 5 years ago, I probably would have just said a lot of, this is a really cool manga, you guys should definitely check it out, this is awesome, you should check it out, and then not really give like details of why I think it's great, because I was just like, it's awesome, go check it out. And now I'm basically trying to say more of, you know, it's about this character, and they went here, and then, you know, try to explain the manga more and why I liked it versus just, it's cool, go watch it. You're just gonna clean yourself in front of the camera. Okay, sir. So that's about that. So thank you, ReRun Ransome, for that tag. That was awesome. And then the next tag is Otaku Mike's 5 questions. So the first one is if you could cross 2 anime manga over, what would they be and why? I thought for a while, and then I thought this like would kind of actually be hilarious. I kind of want to cross over Sorry for My Familiar and Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle, just because I kind of want to see what Norman does, like, in this demon world. Because he's so obsessed with, like, all these monsters and creatures, and it's, like, hilarious to watch him, and I really want to see, like, what he does in this demon castle. I think it would be insane. So, there is that. The next one is if you were magically transported into an anime or manga, as yourself, what would it be and why? So as yourself is very important, because originally I was like, oh, well, this one would be cool and this one would be cool, and then I'm like, oh, as yourself, no, I'd die. I'd just die. I'd be eaten by something and I'd be dead. So I picked Tokyo Tsuriba Girls, because basically I would get to be transported into Tokyo. I'd love to visit Tokyo, so this would be like perfect. I'd get to live in Tokyo. And then these girls are actually like kind of a trip, so I think it would be interesting to interact with them and like go drinking with them. And this would be like nice and safe. I don't have to worry about being eaten by a monster or demon or something there. So Tokyo Tsuriba Girls. The next one is name the most underrated anime or manga in your opinion. So I picked, and I don't know why I picked volume 2, but that's just the one I grabbed. I picked Anne Happy. I don't actually remember seeing anyone in the manga community get this manga. I mean, it's out to like volume 8 or 9, so it's not like it's like a brand new series and people just haven't like talked about it yet. But I just don't see anyone talking about it, and it's just so cute because it's just about like these 3 girls who are like go to a class, and they're in a class full of negative karma, and so basically they're just trying to get more luck, and the girls themselves are just so freaking adorable, and like all like the things that they have to do for the class to try and get luck, it's just so interesting to read, and it's so much fun. And these girls, they're so cute, and I just don't know why nobody wants to, well, no one's talking about it, because it's just a lot of fun for this little manga. I've only read up to 2. I have 3 and 4, and I'm gonna like kind of, as I keep reading it, I'll get more volumes, because there's a lot of it out, but I just don't have it yet. The camera, Rue's tail. So the next one is 4. If you could bring back the creator from the dead, who would it be and why? Probably Tezuka, just because he's like one of like this influential manga creators. Now I will admit, like, I haven't read anything from him, but I did like the readathon for him, and I just feel like with someone that influential, it would be really fascinating to see what more they could have brought to like the manga community in general if they had been like alive longer to create more things, if that makes any sense. So I'd pick him. And then the last one is, what is the holy grail in your collection? Now, if I were smart, I would have found it, but it's like boxed up in a box somewhere, and I have absolutely no clue where it is, so I couldn't show it for you. But I have the Yellow manga, which is another yaoi that came out like way back in the day. I can't remember the creator, but I have that manga back when whoever it was put it out, and then they're gone. And I actually went to a convention and got it signed by the creator, which that is the only thing that I have that is like signed by the actual like Japanese creator or manga artist or mangaka or whatever you want to say. So I actually have it signed. And that is really awesome that I actually got to do that. I think she went to like Otaku one year, and then I don't ever think like she came back. So I don't know like how easy it is to get her signature, but I definitely have the first volume of the manga signed by her. Now I do have like some other, like I have a CD that voice actors like created like back in the day, and I have like 3 or 4 voice actors that have signed that. So that is also like the second thing. I need to find that too. I don't know where that is, but that was like also really cool. So those are like the 2 signed things that I have that I wish I could show you, but I don't know where they are. But the fact that I have like something signed by the Japanese creator, I think is pretty awesome. So that would probably be my holy grail right there. And so that is the end of the 2 tags. Thanks to Otaku Mike for that tag. That was a lot of fun. I'm going to put both the tag links down below of the original tags for both these gentlemen, so you can definitely go check them out if you're interested. I think that is about it. I will see you guys later for the next video. Everyone have a very good rest of the day. Bye!